Hello, and today we're gonna present our work for the achieving gender equality, and we're gonna each share our perspective points of view. It's gonna be me, Israel Burgos, Natalia Barrantes, Irmedit Burgos, and Andrea Rivera. So I'm gonna start with presenting the problem. Here in Mexico and in a lot of other countries, there's a big problem with sexism and other stuff. For example, there are a lot of households in which both the men and the women work at the same time, so they don't have each each set of responsibilities. So the responsibilities of the women, they just from default they put on them, so they have to balance in top of the work. They have to do the household things. So this is a big injustice that it has been weighed on for a lot of time here in Mexico, at least. So that's a big problem.
And I'm gonna present you with some facts about the problematic my partner just said. We're gonna present you the evidence of it actually happening, and for that we have some charts. For example, the chart you're seeing right now on screen says that it talks about the customer perceptions to gender inclusivity. And well, you can see how the graphic changes drastically, and it shows how females are presented as less skillful than men are, which is something that you cannot assume. In some other charts, if my partner would do me the favor of scrolling down, in that chart that you see right there, you can see the gender attitudes, and it shows from the year 1977 to 2012, and it basically tells us that that what people thought back then and what people are thinking right now, we can see the change of it going upwards, and that means that, well, people are changing their perspective and thinking that females are also very skillful, or that's what it's more modern thinking, because we can see that in, for example, 1977, they agreed that the mom has to be the warm relationship, and disagree that women are, well, I mean, equipped to talk about politics, which is something that doesn't have to be true. It can change, and it doesn't matter the gender for it to do. And now my partner, Andrea Rivera, is going to continue talking with you about that.
Some other facts about gender equality is that in some schools, the school teaches to women to do all the housework and men to do the work. That's not true. And in some charts, and in here these charts show the role of men and women in USA household. It's just like a percent of women that do most like housework and take care of children, and women prepare the meals, do the grocery store dishes, and all the housework, and men only work and came home. And this is like a comparison between women and men, and this is in the real world. And other facts are that you can, like men and women, it's like a woman in this chart. This is the average minutes per day men and women spend in household activities, and women spend most of the day doing household activities than men. This is the total of minutes and hours. and women do most of the housework, like in the chart and many others.
So right now we're gonna say positive actions we can do to help the problem. So one of the actions we can do to prevent this is encourage both men and women to do household work. That can be like one may be cleaning the mopping, or the other one can do the dishes, and that's, have like a balance, encourage both partners in the relationship to do something and not let like the women do everything from default. Also, maybe encourage kids from a young age, like educate them this way, so that like when they have like a mature thing, when they have like a relationship, so they know like, oh, okay, I have to work as well as such as my partner.
Another proposed actions may be to understand the necessities of our homes, and with this find solutions. Maybe the both partners work and they have to balance their time. They both men and women should appreciate what their living situation is, and from that work off and distribute the work no matter the gender or the type of work. And I think also making household a chore that women and men have to do, and well, adjusting to your living situation.
Another thing we can do is questioning our actions and questioning our actions to first educate ourselves and then educate others. I think the most important action is self-security, and I think that as you have a question, I am being sexist. Questioning your actions you do, listen and learn. If you want to change, you need to start by yourself. Even though what the other people says about you, then you can teach them.
And finally, in my opinion, some actions we can do to change this is to teach our children that it's okay to both genders do the housework, and accept and respect that women can work and men can do housework without judging. Also, if you want, you can join some causes to support gender equality. And if you are in a relationship, you can talk about and communicate with your partner about the work in your home.
Now I'm going to say the conclusion. We all agree that sexism is a pandemic and that we are normalized to live that, even when we even say and do action that for us is normal. That is a thing we need to change, but we can't change and educate others without being educated ourselves first. There will be some people that will oppose to those ideas, even though it's not right. That's the way they teach them all the time. What we can do is have patience and little by little make people learn or fight for our rights and what's our, because gender equality shouldn't be a controversial theme. Rights are not in debate.
So thank you for seeing our presentation, and thank you for giving us your attention, and this is gonna be all. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.